Warning. Viewer discretion is fucking advised. The show wasn't created for anyone who may need a secured safe spot.
This show may contain the following: colorful language, sexual language, graphic language, language on implied nudity.
You've been fucking warned.
That means no snitches, tattletales, no crybabies, no, I'm offended.
And absolutely no bullshit is tolerated past this point! That means don't be a whiny little bitch.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Howdy folks, this is Ozark Gypsy, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio Nation with Cleveland's very own outlaw, Jeff James. Where the normal meets the paranormal, and where heavy metal meets the dirt roads of outlaw country. Dedicated to making independent music the new mainstream. Who knows, they might even play one of my songs right here on Outlaw Radio Nation.
Ain't been the same here since they shut the sawmill down. Hard times in Arkansas, a lot of good folks leaving town. Those of us that stayed behind, you know we gotta make ends meet. Living off the land down here, hunting for the food we eat. Doing what we can just to stay alive. And just like old Bo Seaver said, the country boy can survive. My granny's in the kitchen, cooking up some beans. Mama's down there at the creek, washing up her jeans. Daddy's passed out in the yard, drunk as he can be. My brother's making moonshine, sister's growing weed. Hard times in Arkansas, well, that don't bother me. 'Cause back here in these hills, hell, that's all I've ever seen. They say that I'm an outlaw, just like Jesse James. I ain't never killed nobody, never robbed any trains. My neck is as red as the dirt on my feet. Born in the backwoods and country as can be. Doing what I can just to stay alive. And just like old Bo Seaver said, the country boy can survive. My kitchen, cooking up some beans. My mama's down there at the creek, washing up our jeans. Daddy's passed out in the yard, he's drunk as he can be. My brother's making moonshine, sister's selling weed. Hard times in Arkansas, well, that don't bother me. 'Cause back here in these hills, hell, that's all I've ever seen.
to the bar to get a little closer to myself and learn things I never really wanted to know. Well, the walk got a little far, so I got into a cab that smelled like vinegar, stain that showed what's in the girl before. But I want to be where all the stupid shit I say sounds so romantic and true. 'Cause I'd ride out with you if you just asked me to. And I love the shitty things we do together. Live with me in this city forever. Hell and you, I know you wanted to. And I say we take the shot and see this chance. Feel the fire and let me have this dance with you. We take things a little far, but you couldn't name a place I wouldn't go with you. A plane, a train, a car I'd run. If I was dead, I'd float, I'd crawl in bed with you. Even on someone else's blood, on top of someone else's love. In the worst motel we find, 'cause home is the last place that I'd stand to be with anyone but you. I'd rot in hell with you if you just ask me to. And I love the shitty things we do together. Live with me in this sin forever. Hell and you, I know you want it too. And I say we take the shot and see this chance. Feel the fire, let me have this dance with you. Cause I'd rot in hell with you if you just ask me to. And I love the shitty things we do together. Live with me in this sin forever. Hell and you, I know you want it too. And I say we take the shot, see this chance, feel the fire and let me have this dance with you. And I know you want it too. And I love the shitty things we do together. Live with me in this sin forever. Hell and you, I know you want it too. And I say we take the shot, see this chance, feel the fire, let me have this dance with you.
Hello, Outlaw Radio Nation.
What's up, peeps?
Brother Rob in the studio with me.
Brought my halo with me tonight.
Awesome.
Little
It looks
halo
like a
on.
halo. We're a little dark, peeps. There's some light shining in, so you don't have to tell me. I already know. I knew earlier. Okay. So, as joining me in the studio, Reverend Rob Johnson, the wing minister to keep me on the straight and narrow tonight. Right? But who knows?
I'll do my
Satan.
best.
Satan might be stopping by.
He usually follows me around.
This is the Outlaw Radio Show featuring Jeff James and Brother Rob. And Satan, he will be here too. That's me.
All right,
that
so
guy follows me everywhere I go.
yeah, he follows me too. He loves Outlaw Radio Show for sure. Okay. All right, so as well, you know, Satan is here. He's always here in person. So without further ado, Rob is my special co-host tonight. We're talking to him about ministry in our modern times. We also have the paranormal with religious snake dancers, Sodom and Gomorrah, false gods of Babylon, strange religions, Pope John, Pope Benedict. And in the Real Men's Health Summit, we bring you men's hobbies and the women who hate them, plus a few other tidbits I have on dating, some stories I want to share with you.
I have plenty of stories on dating.
We could go back and forth on it quite a bit.
Yeah, this could be a long show.
It could be a 3-hour one.
It could.
You never know. Well, we have up to 4 hours, so we don't plan on doing 4 hours, but we'll see what happens. All right, so you heard us kick off with Ozark Gypsy, Hard Times in Arkansas, followed by Diane Baker, and that song was called When I Give My Heart Away. Do you, Diane? Do you give your heart away? And then
I don't know. She says she's going to be good tonight. So.
yeah, she's never good. She's never well behaved. But then we did Over Medicated, Hell and You. You guys rock. Thank you so much.
I love their stuff.
Yeah, their stuff's great.
It's just
very like Mumford and Son.
Yeah, kind of.
Right?
A little bit.
It reminds me a little bit of that.
with just like a little kick, a little spice of hillbilly.
Yeah, it's really good.
I don't know if it's a Hatfields or McCoy's, but
Yeah, definitely has like a hillbilly sound to it,
yeah, I'm
which is
digging it.
cool. I dig
Totally
it
dig
too.
it.
All right, so also we have music by Renegade Train. We're gonna play this guy right here, Rob Johnson. We have the Rock City Symphony. We have Blitz from New Zealand,
Those guys
from
are
Sheep
great.
to Wolves, who I played last night, Ella Baphomet, Sozin, and My Cleveland Project. And Rob, we have a ton of comments already.
It's, this is great. Let's get engaged, guys. Let's go. Let's talk.
All right, here we go. You ready, Rob?
I'm ready. Are you?
I'm ready. Let's kick it.
Kick it.
Satan loves to
Kick it.
He's
Kick
done
it.
a few times.
Kick it.
Yeah, there he is. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the paranormal. We're going to get right to it right away because I got some really good stuff for you, Rob. I think you're really going to enjoy this.
Hey, let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Let's see if I can trip up the minister here.
Probably.
All right. So have you guys heard of snake handling in Christianity?
Barely. But yeah, a little bit. It's kind of weird.
It is kind of strange for sure. And look at all these comments.
Ministry in the world today has really changed.
Can you guys hear everything good out there without me having to check? I'm going to check anyway. Look at all these comments. Yep. Everything sounds great, Rob. I'm super excited. Awesome. Okay. Snake handling in Christianity is a ritual practice in Appalachian region where pastors and worshipers dance, pass around, and handle venomous snakes. They're not dancing with garter snakes.
Well, why would? Well, I mean, they're safer.
Yeah. Well, they would be safer to dance with a garter snake.
But you know what? I don't suppose it was a gardener snake that approached Eve.
Yeah, probably not. It was probably like a python or a pit viper.
Yeah, I'll go with pit viper.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I could
straight
go
out of
with
the
that.
pit.
Yeah, yeah, pits of hell.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so the snakes that they're dancing with are rattlesnakes and copperheads. So during services, often in Alabama and Tennessee, originating around 1909, this practice is rooted in literal interpretation of biblical verses such as Mark 16:18, where practitioners believe God will protect them from harm. And they were wrong, Rob.
Yeah. God gave us free will and stuff like that, but he didn't guarantee us intelligence.
Did you think God was up there like, look at these idiots?
I definitely, the kids say these days, SMH, shake my head.
Yeah, shake my head, or WTF.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
I'll drop the first F-bomb tonight because I'm sure there'll be many. What the fuck are you doing with the snakes?
I mean, what the heck?
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what happens,
All right. Well, hundreds of pastors have died going back to the 1900s. And then so I had this idea, Rob. I know you talked about doing a podcast where it's Brunch with Rob.
Yeah.
Brunch with the Reverend, something
Brunch
like
with
that.
The Reverend, yeah.
I think this could be a cool part of your podcast if you were to bring some rattlesnakes on and dance with them.
I think we should cook them up.
Yeah, we could do that too. I've had rattlesnake.
It's very delicious.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
it's better than alligator. It's not as tough.
Tastes like chicken.
You need to soak it in like buttermilk.
Yes.
So it's not so fibrous.
Yep.
I've cooked with all kinds of wild game, from alligator to ostrich to snakes. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. All right, here's one for you. Unusual and weird religions often include niche spiritual movements, parody faiths, or UFO cults, such as the Aetherius Society. They believe in alien masters, which I could kind of go along with that. Now, here's a couple for you. You'll love these. Jediism. This religion is based on Star Wars. And Pastafarianism. It's a satirical worship of the flying spaghetti monster.
That's some funny stuff.
I mean,
Satan liked it.
I can probably do the Aetherius Society.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
I
go
could
back
too.
to like the emerald tablets and things like that, I bet Matt would love to talk about the emerald tablet.
Well, he loves Book of Enoch.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it's a hard read.
But I mean, Star
It's
Wars.
a lot. Star Wars, the Jedi, Yoda. Maybe Yoda's like Jesus.
I don't know.
That's pretty good, man. All right, so these groups often challenge traditional beliefs. Now, here's a couple things I found out. Might stump you on this one. Pope John Paul served in 955 to 964 AD, died while in bed with another man's wife. He had a heart attack.
Well, there was a lot of that going on back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had all types of orgies and great stuff going on.
But then they still do.
Yeah, they still do.
I don't know who they think they're fooling.
Ritual sex magic, I think they call it.
The whole marriage thing to the church, obviously,
Yeah.
it's not working out.
No, that's a tough one, I think they all should be able to be married. They should be just as miserable as everyone else.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. All right, here's one. Pope Benedict tried to summon a demon from hell. Did you ever hear about that?
I did. Why is that surprise anybody?
I'm not surprised by that.
I mean, look at all the stuff that's gone on with ministers in power, myself included. We can get into that a little bit later, but I mean, all the stuff that's going on with ministers that are in a position of power over the church. With power comes great responsibility, man.
You're exactly right about that. Billy Stokes said thank you for liking his tunes.
Oh, it's great.
Absolutely,
I
man.
love over medicated, man. They're great.
Yeah.
They need to come to Cleveland.
Yeah. They were here not long ago. I got to see about 8 minutes of the show before I got thrown out of the venue.
Yeah, you'll have that.
You'll have that when you hang with Jeff James. Okay, so Sodom and Gomorrah were two biblical cities destroyed by God with fire and brimstone due to extreme wickedness and rampant sin. And Rob, I kind of feel like LA and Las Vegas could be on the next list.
Yeah.
Sin City.
Sin City, yeah. I mean,
LA for sure.
I mean, why? I mean,
although I think a lot of
Amsterdam might be one.
Amsterdam sounds like a great place. But now that we have medical marijuana, I'm sure their tourism has really gone down. So, all right. False gods of Babylon. Babylonian false gods. Marduk and Nebo. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Okay. They were
Nebo, Bel.
Yeah, and Balal and the other one I can't remember what it is. Were idols despised in the Bible for their impotence, inability to save themselves, and role in leading people away from the true God. False gods of Babylon. There's way more to it, but just a brief thing. All right, so I got to witness this a couple times in my life. It's called the Last Rites or Extreme Unction, Commendation of the Dying. Now, these are final sacraments, confession, anointing of the sick, or Vaticum, administered by a priest to Catholics or Christians in danger of death to provide spiritual strength, forgiveness, and peace. They prepare the soul for passing, usually involving prayers, oil anointing, and Holy Communion. Here's one for you, Rob. I had somebody tell me this the other day that in the moments before death, you could still ask for forgiveness. So, Rob, do you believe a soul can be saved in just moments before death?
I'm going to do you one better than that. I think the disciple named Judas that betrayed Jesus potentially could have been saved. Think about it.
Do you think Judas was saved?
I think he might have been. Here he renounces and gives back the silver, and he does repent to God. Jesus is gone by that time, but he does repent to God. And while he is so distraught and not in his right mind, mental health.
Yes.
Mental health issues, he kills himself.
Yeah.
So is it possible? Absolutely.
I think so too.
Absolutely it's possible. I mean, I'm not God, so I don't know, but I would counsel towards that.
See, I had this other thing happen. As you know, I do go see, and I believe they call it in the Bible, soothsayers. You're not supposed to go see mediums. In the Bible, it says that God's against it, but I have seen them in the past. And here's one for you. Um, Now, my fiance who had passed, um, I was told from a medium that she was forgiven after death.
Possibly.
I would assume that even if you're sent to hell, you could ask God for forgiveness.
Well, there has to be an actual hell first.
Right. You don't believe in hell, do you?
I don't.
What do you believe?
Well, every time that Christ refers to hell, he's not referring to afterlife. And I'll argue that with anybody.
Do you think that this is hell on earth now?
I think that that's quite a possibility. I mean, the bottom line is that when Christ referred to hell, many times he was talking about what they talked about was the garbage dump outside the cities that he was in. Like the city of Jerusalem would have this garbage dump out in outside the city walls, and there would be weeping and gnashing of teeth because the wild animals would be coming in and trying to get scraps and food, and there'd be weeping because a lot of the lepers hung out there because they were an ostracized community.
Yeah.
Something to think about, But then again, I didn't live during that time, so.
Also, here's another one for you. And this isn't part of the paranormal thing, but I have to bring it up. You get a lot of churchgoers and religious zealots that are super faithful, right? And, praise God, all this, that, and the other. But then they look down upon 304s. I can't say the word.
Yeah. Those
Here, I got a little sound effect for it.
Oh, hey, do we have one? Let's get one.
Let's see.
304s.
Yeah, 304s.
Is everybody in the
Ho, ho, ho! Merry!
Ho, ho, ho.
Give me a hell yeah if you know what we're referring to.
Yes. Yeah, so like I the first thing I always think of is Mary Magdalene or the lepers. Jesus preached to them. He accepted them and brought them in. Where kind of like today though in Christianity and even Catholics, you get where they're better than that.
Well, you find a lot of look, I've been in ministry 27 years. And in the 27 years of ministry, I've had people in my own congregations that have been, I call them zealots.
Yep, that's what I call them.
Ultra faithful zealots, Bible thumpers, whatever you want to call them.
Thumpers.
Bible thumpers.
Thump.
So, I'm not trying to be mean about it because nobody's perfect.
Right.
We are all perfectly imperfect. Okay, we're just the way God created us. But then we screw up and we do things. And the problem is they don't become faithful to God. They think they are. They're not faithful to God when they look down on somebody else. That's not faith. That's not being faithful. That's not being righteous. It's being self-righteous.
Self-righteous. Exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
So what happens is these people have become addicted not to a substance or money or food. They become addicted to religion. And so now is their faith valid? Well, the faith that they have is, but they've got a problem. They've got an addiction. They need to figure it out.
Good point. Point well taken. I like that. Okay. All right. So weird and unique church names often stem from regional, historical, or modern branding choices, ranging from the dramatic, like Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries, or the Healing Tsunami Ministry, or such as Hellhole Swamp Baptist Church. That's a good one. You're going to love this one.
I like this one.
Wet Cow Manure Baptist Church.
Absolutely.
That's some funny stuff.
Satan liked that one. He liked that one a lot. Okay. Or Riding with Christ Cowboy Church.
I'd go there.
I'd go there too.
As long as it's an iron horse.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was Reverse Cowgirl Church?
That would be cool.
I'll definitely go to that one.
Yeah, I'd check that one out.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Hey, they're after us. They're after you, man. They knew you're here.
You know what, though? I did it.
Yeah, I did it too. I did it. Okay. And then the last one is the Guided Missiles church.
I think there's a lot of that church is probably growing right now based on everything going
Yeah.
on in the world.
That church is in Iran.
Yeah, it might be the guided missiles.
Leading that sermon is Trump. I'll bomb the hell out of you. All right.
It'll be huge.
Huge. And then next we will get China. Okay. Now this one's my favorite, Rob. I think this one is the best of all. Our Lady of Perpetual Suffering.
You know, that one's actually not a perpetual forever suffering, perpetual, always.
It sounds like my ex.
Here's the thing, within the Christian faith, all doctrines, all denominations within the Protestant and then there's the Catholic, they're all Christian, right? Classified that way. Our salvation comes from the suffering of Christ.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where our salvation comes from. So that one kind of makes sense to me. I mean, I don't imagine they're beating themselves or anything.
No, I could see that.
They might be, but I doubt that.
I could totally see that.
We got any killer music coming up?
Yeah, we do. We're about to get there in about 3 seconds.
Hey, you know what? I know this guy, this cussing pastor.
Do you?
Yeah, the guy you're going to talk about?
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I need to meet him.
Yeah. Yep.
Thaddeus Matthews, an American broadcaster known for using profanity in his sermons. They call him the cussing pastor.
What do you think of that?
I don't mind the swearing. That's one thing that if I was ever invited to a church to talk, I would have to tell myself the whole time, try not to swear.
I had a wonderful argument with somebody not that long ago. I had made a post on Facebook, Face Space or whatever they call it, and it was Dave Grohl. It was a comment that Dave Grohl made. It was a picture with words. What do they call it? A meme,
Yeah, a meme.
Okay, and Dave was talking about American Idol and America's Got Talent and all these stupid shows, right? And you go on there and you let somebody else tell you whether you're good or not. And throughout the whole thing, and he's like, what you need to do is put together a band, go in the garage, suck for a while, go out, do some gigs, suck at your gigs until you master your craft. And the whole time he's going through it, he's like, fuck, right?
Yeah.
So this person commented on my thing. Might have been one of those ultra religious addicted people. I don't know.
Zealot.
Might have been a zealot, And they commented, and I says, wait a minute. You're offended by the word fuck?
There's so much more to be offended.
Here, let me tell you something. Outlaws, answer me this question. If I look at you and we're talking and I say, hey, fuck you. How do you feel about that? But if I look at you and say, I'm really sorry you have cancer. I'm really sorry that you're a widow or a widower. Those words carry a whole lot more weight than the word fuck, don't it?
For sure, yeah.
Bottom line is there's a whole lot more words in the English language that are far worse than most of the curse words.
You're right about that. And with that, motherfuckers, we're going to play a song. This is Renegade Train with the song Uncertainty, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Fuck yeah.
This is the Outlaw Radio Show featuring Jeff James and Brother Rob. And Satan, he will be here too. That's me.
Man, where did he come from?
He just speaks into our headphones.
Holy crap.
Isn't that crazy?
Scared the crap out of me.
Scares me every time.
Kick it.
He wants us to kick it, Rob.
Kick it.
Hey. What am I supposed to say? In Jesus' name, be gone, Satan.
What the hell is that?
It sounds like somebody's running their toy.
The hell, man? Sorry about that, guys. It happens. This is what a live show is like.
We got construction going on. What the heck, man?
Construction, man.
You're constructing something.
Yeah, no idea what's going on. King Ern is here. Hi, King Ern. All the way from Berlin, Germany.
Love it.
Isn't that cool?
They've got some killer music, man.
Yeah, very cool.
Very cool music.
Yeah, he's got some great stuff, man. And he's a real supporter of the show. Big time. All right.
If I haven't mentioned it, I am supporting free swag for the Reverend Night.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the swag?
I don't know. Send me free swag.
Free crosses.
I'd do it.
Biblical messages.
Bigger the better.
Bibles.
I can thump people with them.
So I have a story for you before we do the men's health summit.
Yeah?
So I'm in a parking lot getting gas, and some guy comes out of nowhere, and he yells to me, "Don't take the mark of the beast. Jesus is coming back." And the cool thing about it was, Rob, is the night before I was talking to my sister about I wanted a sign from God. I was looking for a sign.
There you go. Maybe that was it.
And he handed me a Bible.
Industrial vibrator.
And
Wait
then,
a minute.
and then I turned around to thank him, and he was gone. Wasn't even in the parking lot.
Oh, he might be in trouble. It might have been one of the prophets.
I kind of feel like it was an angel. Like
Might have been.
somebody needed to give me a message. That's what it felt like, and I took it as that. So I thought it was super cool. Hey, thank you, My Cleveland Project, for tuning in. And sorry if it was late. It's totally fine, man. You're here. That's all that freaking matters.
And I hope Maureen nailed it.
Yeah.
I hope she nailed it.
For sure, man. There's so many people commenting. It's great. Thank you guys so much for all the comments. Janine Spring, Overmedicated, King Ern, Billy Stokes, My Cleveland Project, Diane Baker, Edwin, Matt Guka, all you guys out there, Mal. Thank you so much for tuning in today's show.
We got a lot of views right now. We got a lot of comments going on. I love the engagement, guys.
Isn't that great? And we could speak to them. King Ern, right there.
I can't even keep up.
I know. It's tough. That's what I'm saying. Like, you see it now, how all these comments come in. You got to be right on it. Got to be on it with the music.
Hey, guys, you guys don't have any clue how much he's doing while he's trying to run the show. I mean, he's pressing buttons and flipping this and that. And oh, my gosh. It is complicated, man. It's fun stuff, man. I'm having a blast here. Thank you guys for letting me come in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, very cool. I'm so happy for you to be here because conversation. I love the conversation. Having a co-host is the best because we can conversate and talk.
Well, imagine that.
I don't have to do everything, you know?
Well, it's nice to have a co-host that does conversate.
For sure. Not just sit there.
Well, I mean, I could do that if you want.
No, I'd rather you talk.
I could be Lurch.
Yeah. You rang. Too bad I don't have the doorbell on this one. Oh, yeah. You know what I do? I have a bunch of little sound effects in here that I screw around with.
Wise you are.
There you go. You rang? Okay. All right. Real Men's Health Summit. This is going to be a fun one, guys. All right. So, men's hobbies and the women who hate them. Now, I have some hobbies that I wrote down, and I looked these up so I could see what hobbies women really hate. They hate gambling. That's
that
number one.
If it's out of control.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other one was a dirty website. That's all I can say. But I don't really see that as a hobby. Could that be a hobby?
Well,
more of an addiction.
I think I'd call it a habit.
A habit, yeah.
Habit.
I could see that.
You know,
for sure. Okay. Golfing is another one that women hate.
Of course, it's probably a habit because maybe nothing's going on
in the
between
bedroom.
between the two of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So then he's going somewhere else.
right. And at least he's not stepping out of the relationship. I guess he's cheating in a way,
Well, but at
but
least he's not going to a 304.
you're exactly right about that. And you guys, if you don't know what a 304 is, just Google it.
Yeah.
It'll tell you.
Yep.
It's a WTF. Okay. Gaming, which includes like Xbox, Call of Duty, those types of things.
I love Rainbow Six.
Man, I love video games. I just don't have the time to really play.
No, now the older I get, life changes.
Yeah, life changes. But if I had a gaming system, I'd be playing Call of Duty. I love that one. I love killing people. Just joking. Not literally killing people.
Well, yeah, not gaming.
Gaming. It's fun.
Call of Duty, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six.
And guys have a lot of stress in their life, so it's a nice thing to take away from all that stress.
Heck yeah.
Forget about your life for a little bit. Have some fun. Megan Nicole said masturbation is a hobby.
Well, it could be, but it could also be a habit, Megan.
Yeah.
Megan, welcome, by the way. I miss you, honey.
Yeah, welcome back to Outlaw Radio Nation. Okay. Cosplay. That's where you dress up as your favorite Star Trek person.
Is that like that furry thing?
Yeah, I guess, kind of. Could be.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. But the furry thing is where they have sex.
Oh.
But
well,
cosplay is where...
Cosplay?
Well, yeah, you could do both things, but cosplay is more like dressing up as your favorite character and acting like your favorite character.
I mean, if somebody
like
dressed
Star
it up
Wars
like
and
Wonder
stuff.
Woman for me to spice it up a little bit in a room, I'd be okay with that.
I'd be totally fine with that.
I'd be down.
Yeah, totally. Gamers could get out of control. Yeah, they could. You also can make a lot of money being a gamer.
You could, but the problem is baby daddy's at home playing video games while mama's on the government dole.
Yes, you're right.
And then they both got a problem, and that's why.
Yeah,
that's why there's problems.
Yes. Here's another one for you. Magic. No, it didn't really go into detail. I'm guessing like magic tricks or being into magic, or
yeah.
My husband likes to do card tricks. Every time we go out somewhere, I just hate it.
Well, it's kind of like dad jokes.
Yeah. Well, those are kind of funny.
Well, it depends.
Yeah. That's what she said.
She always has a lot to say.
All right, this one is my favorite. Collecting figurines.
I've seen one of those recently.
It's kind of like,
it was a Jar Jar
that one up
Binks.
there. Yeah, Jar Jar's up there.
He's right here.
I didn't collect it. It was actually given to me on my birthday. And if you look at it,
it says Jeff Binks.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jeff Binks. Now you are forever Binks.
Yeah, I'll just keep it in the box. Maybe in 20 years it'll be worth something. Nobody liked that character though.
Matt's right. Nerd stuff.
Nerd stuff, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one of those hobbies that women hate though is like somebody that's like really into paranormal ghost stories. They spend all their time doing stuff like that. I don't know. It could be.
Hey, but those are hobbies that they enjoy and they get some satisfaction out of, like golf. Or here's another one that women hate: fishing. And they really hate when you put fishing pictures on your dating profile.
I really like. I don't get fishing.
What if you're posing with a shark?
As long as there's beer there, I guess I'm okay. But you got to sit there and you just sit and you wait.
Yeah, but it's kind of peaceful. I went camping with this one girl one time, and she was a real pain in my ass. And I decided to just go fishing. And the 4 hours that I spent by myself with the bobber in the water and catching every now and then a fish was more peaceful than spending any time with her.
That might be why they've developed the hobby of fishing, to get away.
Yeah, it could be true.
Well,
they've been fishing since the beginning of time.
Well,
biblical
time. You would think.
Yeah. All right.
Hunter-gatherers.
Here's the last one. Outdoor stuff with bugs. Yeah, women hate bugs. Going camping sucks.
Megan likes fishing.
Yeah.
She likes fishing pictures.
I mean, she eats.
Yeah.
We eat.
We eat. That man can provide.
Yeah. And women can provide too.
I love a woman that loves,
Masturbating.
I was going to say fish. But
That's why he's going to pinch me now. Okay, so, ouch. So, women prefer a man who works thousands of hours a month. This is what they say. Reads self-help books, cooks, plays an instrument, plus another million other qualifying things. Sharon Stibberg said she loves fishing. That was the bond with my dad.
I mean, and I think that's an important thing. These same hobbies can be, when things are out of balance, any hobby that's out of balance in a relationship, whether it's the hobby the man does or the woman does, we're talking about men right now,
You're right.
what women hate. But, any hobby that's out of balance, every relationship needs attention,
Right.
needs appreciation, needs affection.
Right.
All those things have to be in a relationship. And if you don't have those things in a relationship, you got a problem. When
You're
one
right.
of those things is missing, something's out of balance.
You're right. Have you ever heard of a man cave?
I have.
It's also called a mantuary.
We have, where I live, we have the clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's out in the garage. So when the weather's nice, we go out to the garage and we've got couches set up, TV, a little bar. And then when it's too cold, down in the basement, we have the bunker. We have a little bar set up, TV,
Nice.
some bar stools. It's great. Now it's not exclusive to men. We allow the women to come in and share our time.
As long as you guys don't talk.
Edwin, yes. Alcoholism can be a really, really bad hobby, as much as it can be an addiction.
I think it's
or whatever,
alcoholism and drug use is more of an
Absolutely.
addiction, like not really a hobby. My hobby is shooting up meth.
My hobby for a long time was shooting heroin.
Was it a hobby though, or an addiction?
Well, it started out that way, as a weekend warrior.
Yeah.
But then what happens is, it's kind of like they say in what is it, AA? First the man takes the drink, then the drink takes the man.
Yeah.
It's a very famous sculpture of a man as he's drinking alcohol out of a bottle, he's flowing back into the bottle because addiction takes us and we no longer manage it manages us, and it's a really difficult thing. I went through it.
The serenity prayer, grant me the serenity to overcome the things I cannot, or however it goes. I don't remember. You probably know it better than me.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Do you know that serenity prayer goes way, way back?
It's way longer than just those two.
You're exactly right. There's a whole passage that goes along with the serenity prayer that they don't normally say.
I love what Diane just said. She said you need time away from your significant other for your mental health.
Right. I agree with that.
Short little time away. But the other thing, Diane, too, is you have to have time with, and I don't mean just day to day, because when you're with your significant other day to day, you're working and stuff like that, right, Jeff?
You're right.
But you got to try it 3-4 times a year. Go away for a night or a couple days. Go. And I don't care. You don't have to go anywhere fancy. Go get a hotel room.
That's why date night is so popular.
And you should have a date night once a week.
Because so many, you get so involved in relationships. I've seen where people don't even work the same schedule. One works at night, one works during the day. They get lucky to have one day off together. You got to have that time together.
Well, and then couples that then you bring children into it.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. It's not just work. It's you got work, school, the activities for the kids. You got homework. You got laundry. You got house. It takes over.
You're right.
So you got to have time away from each other, but you got to also have time with each other. There's so many couples that I've counseled throughout the years. They come in and they're like, "Well, I have to put the kids first."
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. You never put the kids first. I did it too. You have to put your significant other first. You put God, your significant other, then the children, and then everything else that you work, hobby, whatever, follows after that, because it's correct vertical alignment. And I'll tell you why. Because if everything's great with your kids, but it's not with your spouse, then it's not great for your kids. If everything's great with your spouse, the kids are going to be just fine.
Well, that's a big complaint from single men dating single mothers, is that they put the children first, followed by the pet, followed by their family, and then the man.
Yep.
And that's why, unfortunately, ladies, that's why a lot of guys don't want to date single moms. Plus all the baggage that comes along with it, and not a lot of men really want to step up and be a stepdad. They'd rather have their own seed. I'm kind of proof of that with my family.
Well, I mean,
That's generally though.
absolutely. I mean, when I met my one wife, she had a 7-month-old daughter because the father was killed drinking and driving before the baby was ever born. Now that 7.5-month-old daughter is now, oh my gosh, she's 34 years old, 33 years old now, and she is my adopted daughter, and she is amazing.
See, but there are instances where, in your situation, where it's a beautiful thing and you're the dad, where you're not really the stepdad, you're really more of the dad.
She makes me cry all the time. And here's the thing. We raised her with her other set of grandparents, the biological father's grandparents. We never lied to her. We were always honest with her. And it was interesting because she had a choice. And she always told me, she goes, Dad, you chose me. So I'll choose you every time. Every time I talk to her, she makes me cry. On the other hand, I'm an old man. I got a young son that came several years. Oops. Can I say the word vasectomy on the air?
Oh, yeah.
It is a surgical procedure, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
So
or penis lobotomy.
Yeah, so I have a son that's 20 years old, right? And now I have a son that's 11 years old. And I've now had 2 vasectomies. It happened, whatever God wants, he's going to make happen. Do we have a powerful God? That's evidence right there, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I'm a 55-year-old man, and I got an 11.5-year-old son. Try dating in that world.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Because you know what? Women my age don't want, they want the children to be gone.
Yeah, they don't want to have to raise another kid.
They don't want to have to deal with that.
So it goes both ways, for sure.
Fortunately, I found a really good one that's been great to me and loves my child.
I call those unicorns.
Yep.
Those are unicorns.
Yep.
I guess a unicorn also has a different slang term. And Megan can tell you, I can't remember what it is.
It's kind of like unicorns and rainbows, right? And every time I think of unicorns and rainbows, you know what I think of?
Yes.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Kermit the Frog here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, all kinds of special guests on the show tonight.
Yeah, isn't this great? All these people.
This is amazing.
All right, so man cave. So it's not just slang for butthole. She touched my man cave.
Wow. I did.
That's some funny stuff.
Yes.
Satan liked that one.
He loved that one.
Yeah. He likes my perverted.
I had no idea. Oh, wait. Edwin, I got you.
All right, so a man cave or mantuary is a dedicated room or area in the home, like you said, specifically reserved for a male person to pursue hobbies, relax, socialize away from the rest of the household. These spaces are often located in the basements, garages, or spare bedrooms, and are decorated to reflect the individual's personal identity and interests without external influence. Or you could have an office. I don't see really the point of having a specific room dedicated just to yourself. Why can't you share the room?
Well, I think that's important, share the room, but especially when, in our economy, space is always limited, right?
Yeah.
So, space comes at a premium,
That's true. And
you want
it's very expensive.
Go out and do your hobby.
Yeah, go do your hobby.
Go do your hobby that she's going to hate.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you find yourself a unicorn, and she either goes with you, or she says, "Go do it, honey. Go do what makes you happy."
Absolutely.
That's how it should be. But Diane Baker says she likes 1 glass of red wine at night. 1 glass, my ass. Just one more. Just one more drink.
I always like one more.
Yeah. Well, one more.
For a long time, it was, what do you got?
Yeah.
It happened.
The DOC, the drug of choice. I used to say that one all the time.
The DOC.
There's been times in my past where I'd be like, oh my God, I've got like 7 different drugs in my body right now. How am I even walking?
I used to say I was duly addicted.
Duly addicted. That's great. All right. So here's some tidbits for dating. Not really the hobbies anymore, but the dinner game.
That's the best.
This one's my favorite.
That is the absolute best.
You be the man.
I'll be the man.
I'll be the woman.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, honey, how are you doing today?
Fantastic.
I was thinking we could go out to dinner.
Okay.
Would that be nice?
It sounds wonderful.
I love you.
I hope you're buying.
Yeah, I love your feminine voice. Binks. Well, what do you have a taste for?
I don't know. What do you like?
Well, I was kind of thinking we could go for Mexican tonight.
Nah, I don't feel like Mexican.
No, okay, you're upset, your stomach's sensitive stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I don't want to take Pepto.
You know what, then? Italian. Pasta's always good. Fill you up.
No, I don't want pasta.
We'd have leftovers.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you just want to grab something and come back? We go to Chick-fil-A or something.
I don't feel like Chick-fil-A.
KFC?
No.
I know it's kind of the same thing, but at least it looks more like a dinner.
No.
Oh man. Sushi.
I don't want Asian food.
Well, we could do the hibachi thing. They have the whole, flipping the knives, throwing the shrimp, squirting the onion, flaming volcano thing.
I just don't feel like
exciting.
A show. Not a show. I just want to eat.
Well, what exactly do you want?
Well, what do you want? And guys, that is the dinner game.
That is the dinner game.
I hate the dinner game. Rob, you know what I do now? If I have a date and I have to go through that bullshit, I don't even go through it anymore. I'm like, we're going to get hibachi.
There you go.
And then afterwards, I really didn't want hibachi. Well, I don't give a fuck. I got sick. We went through every nationality of food.
But isn't it? Hey, ladies, Janine, Diane, I think Megan might still be here. There's a bunch of ladies on here. Women, do you want to be asked, or do you want the man to be decisive and have a plan going in and say, hey, I'd like to take you out to here. Let's go out. Come on, we're taking you to dinner, and this is where we're going.
I think it's the second one. They want a confident man that makes decisions.
That's what I think. They want the man to lead.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's what it is.
It goes back to our ancient heritage.
Yes.
Way back, caveman.
Yeah.
Smack her on the head, drag her by the hair back into the cave.
We need to go back to those days.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right. Here's a last one for you. I call this one weapons of war. And so this is my take on it. When your girl asks you, like, what are your fears? What was your childhood like? Or anything that you have to be emotional or have any type of things that have happened to you in the past that really scarred you for life, things like that. Guys, when you argue, and this goes out to the ladies, when you argue with your man, don't bring up those past things. That kills the relationship. I call those weapons of war. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah. I think I have to agree with you on that.
I hate that, and it's happened to me in almost every relationship I've ever been in.
It's and the thing is if we try to turn it around, then we're like Satan.
Yeah.
I mean, Satan. What do you think?
That's some funny stuff. Kick it.
Yeah, he's just a chicken,
Yeah, he just wants us to kick
He just
it.
wants us, I think he wants us to get kicked.
Yeah, he probably wants to kick us in the ass. Well, I haven't been paying much attention to him lately,
Kick it.
but he said
Music,
this.
Jeff.
Man.
He wants us to play music.
You want to play?
I feel so disappointed in you. You haven't been calling on me lately.
Of course.
You're so Mr. Christian now.
Wow.
Please play some music, Jeff.
He wants to hear some music.
Oh, he did use the word please.
Yeah, he did. He normally doesn't say please.
So let's just get him for a minute.
All right, Satan. I hear you out there. We're gonna play some music. This is Crafty with the song Rock and Roll. We're gonna play 3 in a row. And peeps, we'll be right back. See you on the flip side.
Right now
honest, it makes it worse. The secrets that you hide's a curse in this hollow mind. There's not much time, and I feel like I'm falling.
Radio inside of me.
Rock City Symphony.
Woohoo!
Blitz.
Those guys are from what? New Zealand?
New Zealand. Auckland, New Zealand.
That's crazy.
Isn't that cool?
That is crazy.
It's
all the way around the other side of the world.
Hell yeah, it is. We kicked it off with Crafty. They're from the United Kingdom.
Holy cow.
Isn't that cool? From Sheep to Wolves, we had them second. Matt Guga really liked it. Not sure if you liked the song or you liked the show.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Probably a little mix of both. Maybe. And then, of course, it was Blitz, Rock City Symphony.
Well, I'm sure he's a little biased. I'm sure he likes his show better.
Yeah. Mine's better.
That's okay. Jeff's show is better.
Yeah. No, they're all good.
You see God's glory is shining down upon me?
You like that? It almost looks like the light is coming from the window of the church.
I love it.
I love it too.
I have no use for those big churches.
No, either do I.
And I have no use for them. It's a waste of money.
They're giant, man. Some are just huge. Downtown Cleveland's?
Oh, man.
They're massive.
Mine was in Lakewood for 15 years, the one I was at in Lakewood. And in the winter, our heating bill was almost $5,000.
I can believe it.
A month.
I can imagine what the water bill was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Hey, I looked up some seminary stuff for priests.
Yeah.
Before the show. The only priests that don't make money are Franciscans.
Correct.
And then priests get free housing, they get 401k, they get benefits, they get free meals, and then they get money on the side for doing baptisms and weddings and funerals and other stuff.
Yep.
They're actually making about $100,000 a year.
Catholic priests are.
Yeah. Depends on where
It depends
your
on
church.
how many years they've been there, where your church is.
Right.
But a lot of the priests, that Catholic within the Catholic faith, as well as the Orthodox faith, depending on which Orthodox church you're at, but because the money goes all the way back to the top,
the Vatican,
and then it's distributed again, it's distributed evenly.
It's a business.
It absolutely,
it's a total business. When they pass around that thing to collect money, that's when you've lost me.
Well, I mean, look,
I don't know.
I can quote all kinds of stuff for you where it was valid.
Yeah.
But we could get into that if you want. I don't know.
All right. Well, guys,
you could have me back. I don't know.
We could do it again. But I'm sure there's going to be more stuff we could talk about. There always is.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So it's a special time right now. Special guest host, Robb Johnson. Got some interview questions for him. These ought to be fun. All right. So how did you become a pastor? Number one. And number two, why were you thrown out of seminary school 3 times? Not a choir boy here, guys. Not a choir boy.
I bet Satan's going to laugh at that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's some funny stuff.
It was Satan. The story of how I became a pastor is really interesting. Wow. I don't even know how. I met this guy. He's like a dad to me. I was going to church. This was way before I ever got clean and sober, and before I was a pastor, and my life was garbage. But I was a musician, and they needed I went to church because my wife asked me to, so I did. And
was it one of her hobbies?
Yeah, it was kind of one of her hobbies. I'd say that. It was religion, not spiritual.
Yeah.
And so this guy saw me, they asked me to help out with the worship band and this and that, because they wanted to add a service where it wasn't the pipe organ, you know what I mean? So he asked me to do that. Well, his name was Dick Stibrick. Great man. May he rest in peace, I hope he's up there helping people up in heaven right now,
I hear everybody that goes to heaven has a job.
Yeah, they have a special task, So about a year after I met him and got involved more in the church, his son, one of my best friends ever, Robb Stibrick, played music. We needed a guitar player, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get him to come to church to play guitar. It was a bummer. I lost my friend last week, March 6th. So this week's been hell on earth.
Robb
Without him.
Stibberg, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Guys, he passed on Friday, and
March
he was
6th,
a
yeah.
big, iconic musician in the Cleveland music scene, and he pretty much started the whole jam night thing on Cam's Corner.
Absolutely. He's a huge member of the West Park music community, all over Cleveland, but West Park music community. But so that's how I began. Dick Stibberg encouraged me and pushed me to go become a pastor because he thought I had something. And I filled in for the pastor when he was on vacation a couple times to do, sermons and things like that. And, God just gifted me. Dick Stibberg told me, he told me once, he goes, God doesn't call those people that are already qualified. He qualifies those people that he calls to ministry. So I did that. And then as I go to seminary and, outlaws, I have a personality. I'm a little off kilter. The first time I served in church, I was wearing candy apple red flannel pants with a spandex shirt with hair halfway down my back, looking like Joey Tempest from the band Europe, and served communion that way because that's who I was, man. So I go to seminary and I argued because they didn't want to teach us the Bible. They wanted to teach us their doctrine.
Right.
And, they wanted to teach us the stuff. Thank you, Matt. They wanted to teach us the stuff that was more important, right? It wasn't about the Bible. It wasn't about Jesus. It wasn't about the 10 Commandments. It wasn't about the 2 greatest commandments, the golden rules. It wasn't about what the church is supposed to do and supposed to be. And so I fought against that and I railed against that, and arguing with the professors got me suspended 3 different times. So instead of being on a 4-year program for seminary, I was on a 5-year program for seminary. And I got through it. I graduated, did my vicarship, and was ordained. And there you have it.
Were they like, Brother Robb is going to be a little bit longer than everyone else. He can't keep his mouth shut.
They sent me to a church that was dying. That's where I wound up. I got a call to a church that was dying because everybody heard that I was difficult. And so I went to the church and I was difficult because they're saying, hey, we're not showing any profit. I says, we're not supposed to show a profit. We're supposed to help people. That's what church is about. It's about community. It's about the fellowship of believers. Acts chapter 2, verses 42 through 47 was the first identifiable piece of the church post Christ's death and his resurrection. And that's what the church should look like. Every day they met together. They broke bread. They met in each other's houses. They met in the temple courts. They had everything in common. If somebody was in need, they sold stuff so they could take care of people. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what church is supposed to be.
And you brought this to their attention?
I brought this to their attention several times. Went through that. That was fun.
So when you get in trouble at seminary, who is the person that comes to you? Is it like a bishop or cardinal or?
It's like the dean of the seminary. They still have the deans and all that crap, and they're just a high-ranking official. In the Lutheran Church, they're all just pastors, but they just pastor emeritus are like people that are retired, but they're just pastors.
Is it more like they counsel you on your outlaw nature?
No, I was asked to go home 3 separate times.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to move out of the dorms and go home.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 separate times. It was interesting.
Now, when you're at the seminary, are you allowed to have a girlfriend?
Yeah. Lutheran pastor. I was a Lutheran Church Missouri Synod pastor. I went to Concordia Fort Wayne in Indiana, and as I'm allowed to have
relations. I think that's the big thing with Catholic priests, that they're not allowed to have relations. And then obviously, we're not going to get into it, but there's a lot of weird things that go on in Catholic with Catholic priests. And I think that's
I'm not going to,
and nuns.
I don't think that we should single out the Catholic faith because there's a lot of weird shit. Look, there's pastors, Protestant pastors, whether they're Baptist, Assembly of God, non-denominational, Nazarene, Wesleyan, Baptist. It doesn't matter. Pentecostal, Presbyterian. There's a lot. I mean, I'm talking a lot.
Church of Scientology.
That they go in and they say, oh, homosexuality is bad. You're going to hell. You're going to burn in hell. And then you find out they're having homosexual relations with their
right
deacon or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Stop. It's not just about the Catholic Church. It's about everybody.
Yeah.
And again, I said it earlier in the show, we are perfectly imperfect. And it's not because God created something imperfect. It's because we ruined creation. When you look at the Bible, and I'm going to tell you, the Bible is a book of stories. Okay? It's a book of stories. There's some historical fact to several of the things that we read within the Bible. But there's also just things that are stories. The story of Adam and Eve is a poem. It's his Hebrew poem. Okay? And it's a beautiful poem. And then we can learn things from it. But God created this and he said, it is good. And the only thing that he didn't say it was good about, he says it's not good for man to be alone. So he created woman, right?
Right.
Because we are created to have relationship. Not just with God, but a relationship with other human beings.
Well,
I can talk for hours.
Well, you talked about stories in the Bible.
Absolutely.
We met last Monday, and I told you my favorite Bible story was Job. And
that poor bastard.
You had said at that time that you thought that Job was just a story in the Bible, and thinking about that a lot. So, what do you think Job could tell us in 2026?
I think Job could teach us a lot. Whether Job was a real man or whether it is just a story, and biblical historians lead towards it's a story. Historical fact, Job is the oldest book of the Bible and the first book of the Bible ever written. Now, it doesn't fall in that order when we read the Bible,
right?
But it is the oldest book written. So I think that's interesting. But what could he teach us in 2026? I think we can teach us a lot. And I think the most important thing he could teach us is stay faithful. Stay true to what you believe in. I used to stand in the pulpit every Sunday and I would tell people, almost like, the old Baptist altar call, come on down, be blessed, accept Jesus Christ as your personal. I didn't do that. I was a little bit more reserved that. But I would stand there and I would get passionate. I would say, here's the problem, folks. I don't care what you believe in, but believe in something.
Diane Baker said, do you know Father Lee Monroe? He lived in Lakewood back in the 70s.
Well, being that I was born in 1970, I'm going to have to go with no.
That's a no, Diane.
I don't believe I ever.
And Janine Springs said, I'm going to need an apology from Rob for calling me a wench. He called you a wench because you're number one in the chats.
You stole my chat spot. I was number one and you stole it. I'm a little jealous. You know what, Janine? I think I broke one of the commandments. I think I broke the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Should I pinch him?
I'm coveting that spot that you took from me.
Pinch his ear?
Yeah, maybe. Edwin, I don't know. What do you think? Should he pinch me?
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure.
Billy, thanks for joining us tonight.
Okay, here's another one for you. Ezekiel. Ezekiel the prophet, right? Fire and brimstone, Old Testament. What do you think that he would think of 2026 if he was to come down and hang out with us peeps?
Well, being that Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel is...
it's another great story, too.
It's the Old Testament equivalent to the New Testament Revelation. It focuses on prophecies of the end times, very fire and brimstone, very, you're screwing up, knock it off, get straight, fly right. I think he'd have a lot to say about our society. And and honestly, you look, I don't care who's in power, who our leadership is. I think Ezekiel would throw down. I think he'd call our leadership out. I think he would be offended at the absolute, wow, I can't even think of the word, just the absolute twisting of the word of God in churches today. That the absolute money grab in churches today. That the lack of helping those that are in need. And when I say in need, I'm not just talking about financial need. We have all kinds of people.
The homeless.
When you read the Bible, I challenge each and every one of you, if you have a Bible, read it, skim it, go get the cliff notes of it. But from creation, from the moment that sin entered this world through the story of Adam and Eve, from that moment on, the entire rest of the Bible is about recovery. Because what happened was we blew it, and all God wanted was to recover the relationship that he had with us. And the way that he did that was through his son, Jesus Christ, in his sacrifice. I'm a father who has lost a child. I know what that feels like. So I can identify with God the Father in that way. But I'm also a son of a father who was not a good man. So to recognize God as Father has been difficult for me my whole life. So there's a dichotomy that works within me. Again, I'm perfectly imperfect.
Hey, let me ask you this question, because you brought up Revelations. There is a rumor going around that the commanders of the soldiers that are in Iran right now fighting were told that this is a holy war and that this is the beginning of Armageddon and the start of Revelations.
I'll answer that this way. I can answer it two ways. First, Jesus said, no man knows the day or time. No man knows when the end will come. Second, as a Lutheran pastor, gone through seminary, that believes an awful lot of the Lutheran doctrine, but I'm not captive to it. Because as you can see, I have right here above my head, I have seen the light. The Lutheran Church believes that revelation has already happened.
I've heard that.
That it is revelation is about the fall of the Roman Empire and that war and how the world changed there. There's so much imagery and metaphors and everything in Revelation. It is such a difficult book to understand. And I truly believe that these people that are using Revelation right now to try and bring about the coming of Christ, let's face it, it's called Christian nationalism. It's wrong. It's wrong. Because what they're doing is they're fear mongering. They're saying, well, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you're going to go to hell. No, I'm telling you that they're just trying to get you by fear. And the truth is when fear knocks on your door, the only thing that can save you is faith. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. We're all saved through grace.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Fear is false emotion appearing real. Or it could be face everything man, let's face it, fuck everything and run. Or it could be face everything and recover. Fear is a wild thing, man. It really is. But when it absolutely just I get so fucking angry because there's so many ministers out there, and it's not all of them, but there is so many that are using the Bible to just beat people with fear and keep in their place. And the media's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
That's why I stopped going to church. I hated the fire and brimstone. And if you don't do this, you're going to hell. If you do this, you're going to hell. The whole bit. I just couldn't get past that. The fear they put into you. It's to keep you in line.
Edwin, if I am half the man that my dog believes me to be, I'm all right.
Rob, I always thought that pets like cats and dogs were angels. They love unconditionally. You could beat a dog and then pet it and it'll come right back to you. I always believed that God gave us dogs and cats. They're almost like angels.
They're companions.
They're fantastic.
God created creation, and after creation was all done, and you have man and woman, what did he say to them? He says, you have dominion over all of creation. So we're at the top of the food chain according to creation, according to God, right? So our job is to care for God's creation.
Gotta get closer.
We're to care for God's creation. That's the important thing right there. And we treat his creation like it's a waste of our time.
You're right. All right, I got another one for you.
Uh-oh.
What does a modern pastor say in his sermons? What's your message to the collective out there, the world?
What are they saying, or what should they be saying?
What do you say? What's your message to everyone? Because there's a lot of people that are struggling with faith today. We have the economy's out of control. Gas prices are so high. People struggle to feed their families. People struggle to stay in their dwellings where they live. It's a constant stress on people. And then we have war and famine and genocide. What does a modern pastor say about that?
Well, I look at the apostles, right? First the disciples, and then they became the apostles because they went out and preached. And my favorite disciple / apostle didn't write a book. We don't have any writings from him. But here's my favorite one. It was Andrew. It was Andrew. And the reason it was Andrew is because he heard Christ first. And rather than coming to anyone else and saying, this is the Messiah, he came back to his brother and he said, come on, man, you got to come check this guy out for yourself. And he let Christ's word fill the man. Because you know why? Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So what do I say? Come check it out, man. Come see what I found. So better yet, it wasn't what I found. Come see what found me.
What do you say to the atheist that doesn't believe in anything?
Come see what found me. I say the same thing. And then I say, how can I help you? How can I serve you? I don't say, give me $20 and I'll multiply it tenfold. The hell with that.
I love the motorcycles outside.
The people that need to hear the gospel are the people that have been given the wrong gospel. I've seen comments in here tonight that said, I stopped going to church cuz. I hear that every day. Look, folks, my church is the bars, man. I hang out in the bars. Because you know what? That's where Jesus would be. I hang out at the shelters. You know why? Because that's where Jesus would be. I hang out on the corner with the 304s. because that's where Jesus would be. Because these people are hurting because they've been hurt by a false gospel. Mic drop.
I like that. All right, last question for you. It's not a tough one, but your music often praises walking with God and social examples of the world. Is that a mission statement in your music? How would you describe, first of all, how would you describe your music? And in your music that you do, you bring faith into it. A lot of it. Is that purpose? Is that your path?
You know that it's not designed that way. I don't write with an intent of I want to share my faith. I write with the intent of this is what I'm feeling, or this is what I've gone through, or this is what I'm going through. And you know, it's maybe somebody else has experienced it too. When I write music, for me, it's therapy. Um, a lot of times it's something that I'm going through. You've played all kinds of songs on. I think you played 4 or 5 of my songs on your show. Thank you very much.
Walking with God is a
Walking with
favorite.
God. You know, I was going through. I had spinal surgery on my neck last July, and it hurts. And I'm going through a lot, and I'm finally in physical therapy, and it took almost 6 months that my insurance dropped me, and then they picked me back up again, and there was confusion, and I have not worked since July. How am I getting by? Come see what found me, because God provides. I have a powerful God. Um, I have a God that introduced me to a man named Dick Stribrick that got me into the ministry in 1992. You know, he started me on that road. And in 1993, I met his son. And now today, I live in the spare room of his son's house, and his son passed. In 1992, God knew that Robert Stibrick, and I would need each other. That Mrs. Stibbs, his wife, Sharon, my soul sister, would need me to be at this house. Now, the road that I took to get here was really, really hard because I had to go through overcoming a heroin and cocaine addiction. I was clean and sober for 24 years, 37 days short of 24 years. I recently celebrated 30 years, no drugs. I went into the ministry. I was kicked out 3 times. I was fired from my last congregation because I went through a divorce. It happens. Life is hard. Life has mountain peaks and valleys, and it's designed that way. Because if not, we get complacent.
If you don't know the hard times, you'll never know what the good times are like.
Absolutely. You know, walking with God was, hey, walking with God ain't easy, man. It's not. There's things that God calls us to do. It's important. Faith in the Fog. That is, I love that song. I think it's such an honest song. That was a song about someone that I was incredibly attracted to. And one night in a bar, and it's that dichotomy of, I have faith, but maybe I don't. Maybe I want to put it aside for a minute. It's a fog. It's different. The altar and the dirt. I'm caught somewhere between the altar and the dirt because life is freaking hard. And do I pick myself up, rub some dirt on it, and come back to the altar that God wants me to come back to? It is what it is. Life is real. I've got other ones. I've got one called shit. What is it called?
Well, tonight we're gonna
the one he came for.
I
haven't even sent you that.
You have to send me that.
But it's about the 4 areas that Jesus the 4 different types of people that Jesus ministered to. Problem is today we have no idea who those categories are. Jesus ministered to the shepherd. Who's the shepherd today? The shepherd are the lower class, the poor. Who's the fisherman that he ministered to? Well, those are the blue collar workers. He ministered to the Pharisees. A lot of times he called the Pharisees out. Did you ever notice Jesus never bitched at the poor people, but he bitched like hell at the Pharisees, the religious ones, the well-educated, the people that had power. And then he ministered to the Roman government.
Oh, they pissed him off.
They pissed him off. Oh, some holy righteousness right there, because they were the oppressor. They are what kept that Jewish nation down. They are what caused the fishermen and the shepherds.
They were the cause of the Crusades.
They were the cause of the absolute crookedness of the Jewish temple and the Jewish faith. So he preached against these 4 categories. So, like I said, who are they today? Well, we have holier than thou people today. We Christian nationalism. You don't want to go that big? Okay, well, you know, we have churches that are corrupt, that aren't helping the people, or they're helping people, but they're keeping so much aside because they want to keep their church alive, because they're so afraid of their church shutting down and losing that money machine that drives it, when what should be driving it is the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Man, we have presidents out there that...
And we have the government that's just shredding us, and the media.
Yeah.
That's the media and our government are exactly what is binding us. And oh my,
we have government, we have presidents that are saying on one hand how Christian they are, but then they send their sons and daughters to war to be killed. Cannon fodder.
Damn right, Diane. Brood of vipers.
So let me ask you this. We're going to play next Still Here. We haven't played that on the show yet. Tell us about that song before we play it. To me, it reminds me of...
Tell me, I want to hear what you think about it. What do you think it's about?
You know, I've seen a lot of death in my life. I've served in the military. I've had a lot of good friends I've lost to drugs. Some people super close to me. To me, it makes me feel like I'm still here. After all the trials and tribulations and all the tough shit I've gone through, I'm still here. I'm still waking up every morning. I'm still going to work. And I'm still have faith that I can make it.
I love that it speaks to you that way.
That's what I hear.
That's not what I wrote it about.
Okay.
That's okay. It's totally okay. But I love your interpretation, and I'd rather go with that.
All right.
But you guys want to know what it's about? It's what it is to you. But if you listen to the lyrics, maybe you'll hear a little truth.
All right. Well, let's do it. This is Still Here by brother Robb Johnson. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
I've been watching from the back of the bar, neon cross on it with a 6-string scar. He's shouting true like it's the only one left. He's grounding out your brother just to feel already. Raise my name like a loaded gun, shooting holes in love, saying, Lord, I've done. I don't live on your headlines or the echo of your rage. I still whisper in the quiet, but you don't slow down for that page. I'm not ready, I'm not blue, I ain't lost, I ain't new. I was there in the fire, I was there in the flood. I don't bleed no party, I bleed mercy and love. You can curse my name, you can pray real loud, but love still the meadow when the dust settles down. I ain't left your song through the smoke and the fear. You can pat out and listen, but I'm still here. sound like threats. I see crosses worn just to win a bet. You talk about freedom like it's yours alone. Your neighbor sleeps on the side of the lawn. You want me angry, you want me mean. You want me swinging just like you lean. But I keep showing up where the wolves don't heal and the broke down holes and the old Grammys. I ain't scared of your questions. I ain't shocked by your doubt. But you can't hear my answer if you never shut your mouth. I'm not red, I'm not blue, I ain't lost, I ain't new. I was there when your cities learned how to cry. I was there when your mothers asked me why. You can build your walls, you can draw your lines, but the least of these still look like mine. After some through the smoke and the fear, you forgot how to listen. But I'm still here. I don't need your violence dressed up as fake or your borrowed hates, and it's for my sake. I was born in a manger down on a tree. If you look at the bell, you won't find it in me. I'm not red, I'm not blue, I ain't lost, I ain't new. I'm the god of the prisoner, the preacher, the thief, the title worker, just begging for sleep. You can keep your nose, I'll keep my grace. I'll meet you alone when you finally face, and I ain't left you some. You forgot how to listen. But I'm still here. I'm still here. Knocking song when you're ready to leave.
He said he wanted to do something different, and he was, it was quite a heavy load on him in the James Gang because he was the lead guitar player, rhythm guitar player lead, and the lead singer. He wrote most of all the songs, and he wanted to, expand a little bit. Get a funny story, real quick. This was October. And so he said, you go ahead and give Ted your notice. And I did, and Ted was awesome about it. He just said, oh, that's great. You guys will be a good band. He was real sweet about it, And so I go home, and my girlfriend at the time, now my wife of over 50 years, she said, you what? You quit Ted Nugent?
How could you do that?
And I said, no, but you don't understand. I said, Joe Walsh and me are going to we're going to be in a band together. She goes, you believed him? And
So right before I recorded Speak of the Devil with Ozzy, I got a call from Kevin that same week and says, hey Roots, you want to come down? There's a possible record deal, and how would you like to come down and record Thunderbird as a tribute to Randy? And I say, sure, of course, and it's Randy had just passed away a few months before. This is September, and Randy passed away March 19th. And so that was a very special 8 months before I joined Ozzy. I moved in with Kevin and started playing in Dubrow. So I was very familiar with a lot of the songs, and also the songs that wind up on the Metal Delph record. Again, I'm still a member of Ozzy. I go down there and record, so I tracked Thunderbird really quickly, and then the producer says, listen, we got a few hours left. Do you remember any of the songs?
Oh, by yes, 1971. Yeah, way to go, Edwin.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you for all
people.
these comments. These comments are fantastic tonight.
I have not seen it, and I've watched most shows, but I'll tell you what, I have not seen that many comments in a show.
It's super nice.
And they're engaging. I love it. It's engaging.
Thank you, Diane. One of our best. Excellent. I'd like to hear that. Very
home
cool.
Run show. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you.
Yeah, it definitely was a home run show. Definitely. Well, we've come to that time. We're at the end of the show, guys. I wish it wasn't so, but we are at the end.
We went a little over.
Yeah, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Probably do 2.5 real soon.
I'm sorry, I'm a talker.
It's all good. I enjoyed it. All right, guys. So next Sunday, I'm bringing on Lexi Schroll. She's a Nashville recording artist. We're going to be talking about serial killer priests in our paranormal and the children of God. It's a very interesting one. And then the Real Men's Health Summit, how not to annoy women.
How not to annoy women.
Yeah.
Jeff, why do you think we would know anything at all about that?
Well, I'll be asking the dark web, and Google how not to annoy women from a man's perspective. And we'll see what answers we get. Probably breathing, snoring, living.
It's that in and out breathing thing you do.
Have you ever been sick and your significant other's like, God already?
We had the truckers go by and honk.
That was great, man.
That's
I thought
amazing.
that was Satan again.
Avoid Dead. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you. I think this is one of Jeff's best shows, but I might be a little biased. So
hey, man, it's always good to bring some faith to the show and talk about things that we've always wanted to talk about. And what better way to do it than to talk to a reverend, a pastor that is closest to God?
I don't know how close I am to God. I know that I trust him and I rely on him. Mrs. Stibbs, can there be a part 2?
There definitely can be a part 2. We'll talk about it when we get done tonight. And
the great white squirrel.
The great white squirrel.
Squirrel.
I'll tell you about squirrels after we get off the air.
Awesome.
So you know about that.
So
all right.
It's an inside joke.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. I'll explain it to you.
Oh, I love inside jokes.
So let's go through the list. Sharon Stibrick, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. We'll be praying for you. Avoid Dead, thank you. Matt Guka. Edwin. Diane Baker. Of course, Robert Johnson left the most comments, I believe.
I don't think so.
Although he's sitting right next to me.
I'm number 2.
Diane Baker.
Avoid Dead took the number 1 spot.
Did they?
They did.
Well, now they're the wench.
It's those Washingtonians.
That's right. Spokane. Janine Spring.
Bastards.
Of course, Diane Baker. Professor Paul. King Ern. Am I missing anybody?
You know, she didn't
Billy
comment, but I know
Stokes.
she was watching the show. That's
Melf?
Mandy.
Okay.
Mandy was watching the show. I know Chris Gibson. I call him Gibby. Gibby, thanks for watching. Mandy, thanks for watching.
Chris, Manny, thank you all for watching. And Diane Baker, you're right. Jesus is Lord. And yeah, thank you so much. And thank you again, Sharon, for spending your time with us. And also,
I tell you what, I had so much damn fun tonight.
It's fun, isn't it?
I'm going to be whistling Zippity Doodah out my asshole for a week.
It's just like in Family Vacation.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Wally World, folks.
I really did. Folks, Outlaws, man, I had a blast hanging with you guys tonight. I hope that we can do this again. You know, Jeff and I were talking about maybe doing like a Sunday morning show. Call it Brunch with the Reverend. We do a little. Jeff has a culinary background, so we could do like some cooking, you know. We could talk about God, you know, have different God questions. That'd be cool. Matt, you know, I'd love to sit down and have a chat with you. That'd be a blast.
And Matt is also a chef.
He's also a chef.
And that's how he got the nickname, the Paranormal Chef.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I guess
That's kind of like how I know him.
I guess that's like kind of like the obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a fantastic show.
Perfectly important.
Thank you so much for coming on, Rob.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, you know, here's what I want everybody to leave with. If you've never read Acts chapter 2, verses 42 to 47, go read that little passage, because that is what church is supposed to look like. And one of the best examples is I've been putting together my brother Robb Stibbrick's funeral service that I'll be doing a week from now. He did that. He did that. He did that in West Park, in the bars. He built a community. People that had needs, the needs were filled. People that needed somebody to listen to them, to help them through their struggles. He was there. And it wasn't just him, because he was kind of mentored by another guy named Sean Smet. And they built this music community and this community of bikers and community of veterans and first responders. And they broke bread together. Every Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter, I said those out of order, but every Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter, at the bar, Sean would provide food and a meal for anyone that had nowhere to go because they didn't have family. And it was free. There was no charge.
That's what it should be.
You know? And then the friendships that were built and the backyard barbecues and the pit and at the parties at the pit and everything. It was everybody coming together and everybody helping out and everybody bringing food and everybody helping each other, you know? And I see it every day because my brother Robb Stibbrick was a huge spiritual guy, but he wouldn't go to church. But every Sunday morning we would sit together and we would talk. And we talk about spiritual things.
Didn't Jesus say, lift the stone? And you'll find
there I am.
Yeah.
Gospel of St. Thomas. Somehow that didn't make it in the canonized Bible. Go figure. Matt, we could talk about that kind of stuff too. Man, that would be really cool.
Maybe we could have you come on Thursday Paranormal.
Gospel of Peter's awesome. Gospel of Mary's awesome. Let's do it. Let's have a threesome.
We could totally do that.
I bet Satan liked that.
That's some funny stuff.
That's what Satan likes. Yeah, he likes to kick it.
Matt says he's down.
Kick it.
You know, good Lord. Look, Sharon, look at the love. Look at the love. And I know you recognize it, sister. I love you. Everybody, thank you so much for having me. Acts chapter 2, Acts of the Apostles, chapter 2, verses 42 through 47. It was the first church ever. That's what it's supposed to look like. I love you. Horns up, Outlaws.
Horns up, baby. All right, we've been Outlaw Radio Show. Thank you to Reverend Rob for joining us today. I'll be back at it Monday, 7 o'clock for the PSA. I got some stuff I want to get off my chest and talk about. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Love all the comments. You guys have a blessed day. We're Outlaw Radio Nation. I got one last song for you. The song is Megan Nicole. This is called Frozen in the Static. We're out of here, peeps.
I love Megan Nicole's stuff.
Yeah, very good, man. All right, here we go. Again, good night from us to you. Don't forget, please like the show, leave a comment, and subscribe. All right, later, peeps.
Your memories cling like those dead roses in a vase that dried up and faded to black where the color once was. The love I thought you had started as fire, you deprived it of oxygen. It was a bittersweet game that you enjoyed being played. Just a pile of ashes, what's left, and the heat's long gone. Stuck in your psychotic ways, and I'm the only one. You painted lies in gold, but there's cracks in your story. You can't tell it the same way. The holes lead to a map ending at the truth. The broken guitar is strumming out of tune, singing the same old blues. Every chord's a new confession, every solo's a screaming clue. But the record always sticks where your promises were made, and you think that you can hide. But here's a wake-up call, some breaking news. The past is a ghost in your memory that you'll never be able to outrun. You're just frozen in the static of the white noise, and my shadow's your soundtrack. You built a kingdom on the lies you've made. Now it's shattering like glass, baby, and the queen of the scars you left in my chest. But you're the king of shattered dreams, leaving fragments of broken vows, and the haunting of your mistakes won't let you rest. No return to the fire that you faked. Just smoke and ash is what still burns when the static takes its claim. Believing your apologetic lines was my mistake. Fool me twice and it's shame on you. You don't get another chance to persuade. You love bombed me for the longest time, then reverse blamed when the fallout came. Flip the script like I was the villain that you drew, but the real still rolling on and the spotlight is on you. Your manic episodes of gaslighting and manipulation was hidden away from eyes that could see. Showcasing the man child who never learned to lose. This one enemy moving on, you couldn't just let it be. You whispers forever like it was your personal brand. Off the bell is a lie when the clock never moves and you insist for walking on dry land. Now as the needle drops onto the record, your twisted choice was to refrain. A requiem for the girl I used to be, but I'll never fall for that again. The past is a ghost in your memory that you'll never be able to outrun. You're just frozen in the static of the white noise, and my shadow's your soundtrack. You built a kingdom on the lies you've made. No shattering like glass, baby, I'm the queen of the scars you left in my chest. But you're the king of shattered dreams, leave fragments of broken vows, and the haunting of your mistakes won't let you rest. No return to the fire that you faked. Just the smoke and ash is what still burns when the static takes its claim. Believing your apologetic lines was my mistake. Fool me twice and it's shame on you. You don't get another chance to persuade. You can rewrite the story to say what you wanted to say, but you can't claim amnesia for the wars that you waged. I'm not in your myth, just a fictional character. I'm the drunk you thought you deleted from all time. You're a black hole in the universe, just a soul-sucking personality flaw that you blast with precision in your spare time. You left behind traces of the echo of what you've proclaimed to be love. I may be gritty, but I damn sure ain't stupid. I'm not falling for your deceptive walls. The past is a ghost in your memory that you'll never be able to outrun. You're just frozen in the static of the white noise, and my shadow's your soundtrack. You built the kingdom on the lies you've made. No shattering like glass, baby, I'm the queen of the scars you left in my chest. But you're the king of shattered dreams, leave the fragments of broken vows, and the haunting of your mistakes won't let you rest. No return to the fire that you faked. Just the smoke and ash is what still burns when the static takes its claim. You believe in your apologetic line was my mistake. Fool me twice and it's shame on you. You don't get another chance to persuade. You can rewrite the story to say what you wanted to say, but you can't claim amnesia for the war that you waged. I'm not in your myth, just a fiction fictional character. I'm the truth you thought you deleted from all time. You're a black hole in the universe, just a soul-sucking personality flaw that you practice with precision in your spare time. You left behind traces of the echo of what you've proclaimed to be love. I may be pretty, but I damn sure ain't stupid. I'm not falling for your deceptive lies. The past is a ghost in your memory that you'll never be able to outrun. You're just frozen in the static of the white noise, and my shadow's your soundtrack. You built a kingdom on the lies you've made, now shattering like glass. Baby, I'm the queen of the scars you left in night. But you're the king of shattered dreams, leaving fragments of broken vows, and the haunting of your mistakes won't let you rest. Now return to the fire that you'll stay. Just the smoke and ash is what still burns when the static takes its claim. Believing your apologetic lines was my mistake. Fool me twice, and it's shame on